I'm really close to the camera.
See my head?
Hi, Flosstube. Okay. Hi, Flosstube. I'm Gigi. This is Boone. We're Team Artsy Housewife. This is my husband. He's the guy who takes care of the wholesale side of the business. Everything wholesale. If you're a shop, you've talked to him, and he's shipped your stuff. And I'm Gigi. Did I say it? I'm Gigi. I design, and this is my Flosstube number 6.
It's my Flosstube number 1.
And he's joining for the first time.
Yeah.
Just for fun. And so, so Boone has just recently started stitching. And
we're going right into that, huh?
well, we're not. Well, yes.
Nice.
There's a reason.
Nice. I wanted to build up the drama.
No.
I went from chopping wood to the fine needle arts, but we'll just go right into it.
Right into the
Right into the stitch.
Yeah.
But do you know where I got excited with stitching? Do you know?
Do
where
I know where you got
do you know where I
excited
about
getting
stitching?
No, me.
You don't?
It was me, right?
It wasn't you. You've been stitching for a couple of years, I think.
Oh, Nashville.
I did. I got excited about Nashville.
Right.
So
Yes.
Nashville was our first. This year was our first year at Nashville, because everything is our first lately. That's what it seems like.
Well, we started selling. I put up 6 patterns. Nope, 3 patterns in January of 2023. So, yeah. So everything's new still.
Yeah. So how was your Nashville experience?
So it was awesome.
It was tiring.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot of work.
Well, the only reason we got to go to Nashville really is because we were on the wait list, but Beth Twist of Heartstring Samplery invited me to share her room. Yeah. And so we were, it was, they're tight. It was fun.
Cozy.
It's a tight space for two, for two, our displays were great in the front. Like everything was really beautiful, cohesive, clean, looked good. It's where all the stock was in the back. We ended up, we had we had to take the bathroom as a stock room.
Part of it.
Yeah. I mean, it was still usable.
Yeah, still usable.
And I think, Beth, the first night before we really got the Friday night, night, she had to sleep with product because it was
not ours
on her bed.
Not ours. It was all product.
It wasn't weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fine. And yeah, so it was a lot of it was a lot of work. I've done shows before. I've done art shows before when I was a painter, and this was way more intense than an art show when you're a painter. It was just a lot. There was just a lot more happening. There was just the two of us. Was
filling orders and taking them.
It was really busy, and I think next year, if we do it again, and I hope we do, then we're bringing our son. He'll be 16, and I think he'll be
responsible.
He'll be responsible
enough, yeah.
Trustworthy enough to be a helper, yeah. So because we could use the help. But it was fun, and we drove down. Because we're in East Texas, and so where it was in Franklin, it was like a 9.5 hour.
Yeah, I think we did it in 10.5. We didn't stop very much on the way there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot of driving, but we didn't run out of gas or have any accidents.
Saw some.
Yeah, we saw some, but there were people there helping, so everything was good. So.
Yep. Anyways, Nashville was like a long time ago, so.
Over a month.
So, let's move on.
All right. So what's new with you, Gigi?
Okay. Well, let's see. I just started a Patreon page. Patreon thing. So I joined the Patreon club, and yeah. So there's not a whole lot to say yet. There's the setup is you've got some tiers. You've got your tier that is just to kind of be in the loop, in the know, have like inside, to know or see things before everyone else. And then there's a tier for one pattern that's a small to medium, a tier for two patterns that are small to mediums, and then a tier for those same two small to medium patterns and an additional medium to large pattern. That's the top. And the patterns, if you go to my Instagram, you can see a mock-up of what the patterns are. And I think that they've gotten a really good response. So I think people really like them. And so that's awesome.
Cheryl is back. Excited about that.
Cheryl is the coffee and eggs lady. And yep, she's back with a kitty cat.
With the kitty cat.
Kitty cat. And I've got the one big. So I've put it in the Patreon description for tier 3, tier 4, which is the top tier where you get the medium to large size. That I want to start doing some sales of the larger pieces, just a couple throughout the year. Nothing intense. Definitely friendly for people who work on lots of projects at the same time. No deadlines, but just because I want to see how. I'm new to Patreon. It seems like there's some cool sort of community spaces within Patreon, so I want to try and see if I can use that. But I'll be learning as I go. But the patterns, the new patterns come out, or I'm planning on having them come out on or around the 15th of each month. And so June 15th, I have it planned that I'll be, the bigger pattern will be, there'll be a quick cut here in a second because I'm going to go get something. But the bigger pattern will be sort of a spooky fall theme to it. I'm going to put that out on June 1st, thinking maybe we do like put it out June 15th to start the sale on July 1st.
Yes.
And then that means July, August, September, October for those 4 months. Just sort of a loose, fun sale of that, and then hopefully kind of get it wrapped up by the end of October. Here's the quick cut because I'm gonna go get some. I'm back. Okay, I was gonna get the flosses and the fabric that I'm using. I always have the physical flosses with me when I design, because the program that I use, it's not the program's fault. The program I use, which is PC Stitch, comes preloaded with the colors, and for different, for some dyers it's pretty true, and some dyers it's not. I can go in and change them to whatever I want, but because screens can vary, and I just want to see it. I want to see it in person before I design it.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of HD in our house, so. And
I don't own an Apple product yet, and I know it's been umpteen years that Apple has dominated the creative space, and most people work on Apple products, and
soon.
I'd probably be better off if I did, but I don't.
Soon.
Okay, I wanted to show you though. This is actually an Ada, but it comes in a linen as well. Sorry, I'm trying to read and talk. I can't, and then I do neither. This is 16 count Ren by isn't this by Picture This Plus? It doesn't say. Quarter. Oh, PTP.
Picture this.
Picture This Plus. Yep. So if I don't, let's see, how's that color showing up? Seems like it's showing up pretty good.
Yeah.
So yep, it's Picture This Plus Ren, and then these are the Floss colors.
Super pretty.
So
I like the red that's tucked back there.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, what is that one?
Is it variegated?
Oh yeah.
Oh, very cool.
That's Current by Gentle Arts.
I use the word variegated, y'all.
Yep, variegated.
And I know what it means.
I like the color shifts, color changes.
I was going to say wheel, but
Color
I'm not an
wheel,
artist.
the color.
So. I think color wheel we learned in grade school, didn't we?
Oh, I mean, we were still working on the color wheel in college.
Oh,
When
okay.
I took color 101 classes, and you had to use gouache. And do you know what gouache
I don't.
is?
Is that like taupe?
So it's a type of paint. And
Oh, so no, it's not even a color.
No,
Okay.
it's a type of paint, and it's just really it's really hard to work with. And it doesn't matter. No one
Like
cares.
oil paint.
Oh no, oil paint's lovely to work with.
Okay.
I love this floss right here.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm just, what is this one? Dragonfly, which I don't often. I look at this floss all the time, but I don't often find a reason to pull it out because it is very. I don't know. It's very.
It looks really variegated.
Right.
There's a lot of different colors in it.
It's just that it has bright stinking teal.
Yeah.
And then like an orangey brown. Anyways. So
so that's for the Sal.
That's for the Sal. That's
Cool.
for that
Patreon Sal.
yeah. So yeah, I'm still designing it. I'd give you more information like stitch count and stuff, but I don't know that yet because it's still in progress.
Well, speaking of Patreon,
Okay.
they came, some of the ladies from Patreon came up with some questions for you.
Are they all ladies?
These are, unless they're deceptive in their names. So Miss Rhonda and a couple others wanted to know what inspires your designs.
So a number of things. What inspires my designs?
Yeah. So what is your
Or
inspiration?
like, how do I get inspired? So when I want to, usually, I don't have an idea when I sit down and start something fresh. I don't sit down with like, I know that I want to do this. Every once in a while I do have that. I'll have like an assignment even, and like it has to include this and that, or it has to be Christmas, or whatever. But normally when I sit down in front of a page, I don't actually sit down with an agenda of any kind. So I use Pinterest largely, and I also use other books that I have around. And I'll show you. I brought my phone.
Oh,
I have my phone.
brilliant.
I'm gonna pull up my Pinterest, and I'm gonna go to.
Yeah, I haven't been on Pinterest in a while, but I also don't create anything. I solve problems.
You solve the problems
But
I bring.
I don't know how to create.
I bring them to the table, and then you fix them.
Ooh, that
All
is
of them.
a wonderful title.
All of them.
Fixer.
Problem fixer. The fixer.
A fixer.
I feel like that's
A fixer.
okay. So here's here's my board. Here's my design inspo board. And so what you see here is a total variety of media, of everything. And so I might save it because I love the color palette, or I might save it because I love the line qualities, or because I love the subject matter, or whatever. These are so cool for just like
Little elements.
flower ideas, just
Oh, cool.
weird, cool, funky flowers. Can I do this without? I did it.
You did it.
Yeah, and so I just sometimes if I'm bored, I'm like at the dentist or something, and I get on Pinterest and I just start favoriting whatever. Yeah, saving them.
Oh, cool.
So there's that. Also have some books. This book has been really good. It's American folk art, and I've
Cool.
gotten a lot of ideas from this one.
Where'd you get it?
I think thriftbooks.com.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure. Although usually thrift books. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
It's even got the yellowed edges on the paper.
Thrift books. Oh, this is the one
Whoa.
where I got this from thriftbooks.com, and I had it shipped so it was in McMinnville. We were living in McMinnville, Oregon before we moved to East Texas. And so I purchased it from Thrift Books, and you don't know where it's, I guess I could know where it's coming from, but I don't check, I don't bother, you don't have to, you just buy it and it gets shipped to you. And so it was shipped to me, and I noticed that the return, or the sender was in, I think it was Dallas.
Okay, which is close.
Yeah.
Dallas, Oregon.
No,
Oh,
it was Dallas, Texas.
Oh,
which
okay.
is 3 hours from where we live right now.
Right.
3 hours from where we were going to move. And it had this old paperwork tucked inside of Yamhill County Historical Society.
And what is in Yamhill County?
Well, McMinnville.
McMinnville is.
There's a fly it's trying to get in my mouth. And it's like, does it have any dates?
1974.
Yeah, 1974. Yeah. There it is. Yeah.
It's a society newscast, a little
A
newsletter.
little newsletter for.
And Dayton.
It was just weird.
Yeah, Dayton was the next town over from where we lived.
Mm-hmm.
And your membership dues for an adult member is $2 per calendar year.
$2 a year.
But that's cool.
Goodness. So I just keep it in this book.
I didn't even know that story.
Yeah. So anyway, so I've marked some things, and I'll just show you real quick, a little flip through. Like, this is a big book. I really like that horse because I've really been wanting to design horses. I feel like Kathy Barrett designs really cool horses.
Mm-hmm.
Like Spot the Horse, which I'm going to stitch someday. Can you see that rooster? That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, Rooster. Is it metal?
Yeah.
Weather vane.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There's one in here that,
Oh, wow.
yeah, these are cool. These are cool. I don't know. If it's black and white, gotta put a little bit of creativity into that. But anyways, I use that. I also have this book, Oriental Rugs. I think it's also thrift books. Not half price books.
That's funny.
I got this in Texas. And what's cool, so it's got all these rugs, right? These Oriental rugs with really cool motifs. And I wanted to, I wanted to use those as jumping off ideas. Inside this book, somebody was using it for a similar thing. Isn't this pretty?
Cool.
This is somebody's, it's just on graph paper, but it makes me think of cross stitch paper.
Totally.
And this one right here. This one's not on graph paper, but so
Oh.
somebody else was kind of using it for the exact same thing.
Is that where you get your inspiration for some of your borders? Is from that? Or is it a
Yeah.
combination?
Is it in here? No. Well, I get my borders. Inspiration for borders comes from all over the place.
Yeah.
But there was one. It was one page right in here that has the best border. Oh, here. So, can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It's in there. That is super cool.
It's like I want to do something like that. I want to do something like that because that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it's just a really good idea. Anyways.
Huh.
Okay.
Very
Next.
cool. Yeah. So how long? So Hannah wanted to know. She had some great questions, but she wants to know what time of day is best for designing. And I know the answer to this, but you tell them what you think it is, and I'll tell them what I think it is.
Best time for designing, very best, would be like right after I get out of the shower until I make dinner at night.
Okay. So yeah, you're totally right. You lose such track of time. Of time. You're in your mind, but you don't know what time it is.
When?
Just when you're in a designing.
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
Dinner is an imposition.
Yeah, but I still,
It's a
but I
pain.
still.
Oh,
make
you
it.
still do it. You still do it.
I still
but,
make it.
But man, when she gets in the zone, it's crazy to watch.
Yeah, but I can't design late at night. Well, and I can't design late at night because I don't have good lighting. I have to be able to see my floss, my colors. I need to see them because I like to lay them next to each other when I'm coming up with a new motif, or if I'm trying to combine different colors into a border. I want to see those colors sitting next to each other before
Yeah.
you know, I just want to see them. So I have to have good light. I only design when there's good light.
So then, when do you like to stitch? Don't look at my questions. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Sorry. I like to stitch at night.
All the time.
I do. I stitch a little bit in the morning, but that's only sometimes. That's like, I don't know, 50-50. And then if it's a nice day, I often take a break in the middle of the day and go sit outside and stitch in the sun for a little bit. And then I stitch every night.
She's got this really cool app that records bird sounds and tells her what birds are in our neighborhood. Because we got a lot of birds in our neighborhood right
You
now.
know who I got that from?
No.
Beth Twist.
Oh, Beth. Thank you.
Yeah. It's free. It's free. Merlin. It's called Merlin.
Merlin?
Merlin.
Merlin. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. So then how long does it, Hannah also wanted to know, how long does it take to a design go from idea to completion? And completion's kind of a...
No, probably completed design, like the design.
Design complete? Okay, good.
I would think. And so then that depends, but it's generally like, I mean, I've had some patterns be done in like 4 hours.
Oof.
Because everything just was perfect the first time.
Yeah.
And then I have some that definitely not that at all.
There's some still undone.
Yeah, they just
months long.
Yeah, it's like timeout. They go into timeout,
right?
Because they won't work. But probably on average, it's probably a week per pattern. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's my average.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Natalia wanted to know if you have a professional art background in arts.
Yeah.
You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, I got a degree.
Expand.
I got a bachelor's degree in fine art, studio art. It was painting focused. It was oil painting focused. I mean, you had to take your color wheel class. You had to take.
By the way, people, I failed out of drawing 101.
Yeah.
In community college because I couldn't hack it.
No.
So.
All you had to do was show up.
It is. It's true. Yeah.
Every day.
At Mount Hood Community College.
That's all you had to do.
Just show up.
Yeah. Yeah. No. And I took like sculpture 101. Which was a lot of sculpting.
Didn't you learn how to weld or solder?
No. Oh, I learned to solder on my own.
Oh.
I made jewelry for a little while.
Ah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wish I still had the soldering gun because I think it'd be really cool to make like floss drops, floss bling.
What's a floss bling? I don't know what that is.
Jewelry for your ring when you have that you keep your floss on.
That thing?
Like little jewelry.
Oh, okay. Floss bling.
Floss bling. Floss bling.
We have a tiny soldering gun, but Milo and I couldn't figure out how to use it.
Oh, it might be the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Anyhow.
What else? Did I answer the question?
Well, yeah, I think you don't brag on yourself enough. I mean, you've been doing art for 40 years.
44.
Yeah. Since you were 4.
So. It rings true.
Yeah. But the last question is, what's your favorite drink while you design?
Time of day dependent. I start with coffee. I drink black coffee in the morning and a big one. I have a
big mug.
What do you call it? Yeah, it's a camp mug. It's like a camp mug that keeps it warm.
I think Contigo.
Oh, that's just the Amazon brand, but whatever. And
and then?
And then. Oh, and then in the evening.
Yes.
Wine or whiskey.
With your designing or with your stitching?
With my stitching.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that wasn't part of the question.
It wasn't, but it was my follow-up question.
Yeah.
So, wine or whiskey?
I don't really. That's funny. I do not bring an alcoholic beverage to designing.
No.
No, it's generally caffeinated.
Yeah.
I
So you're not Hemingway.
heavily caffeinated.
Was Hemingway a drinker?
I think so.
Hemingway was a drinker. I think you're better than Hemingway, though. So,
Yeah.
a fanboy here. So, yes, we definitely can move on. What's next on the list? That's it for the questions. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you answered all of them.
Okay.
Oh, I guess there's one more. For people that don't know you very well yet, how did you get started in cross-stitching, both personal and professional?
Let's see. My first cross stitch was I downloaded a pattern and got the supply. I downloaded a pattern from Etsy and got supplies from Joann's Fabrics, and I did a cross stitch for my mom for Christmas, maybe. I think it was Christmas.
How
for a
long
Christmas
ago?
present. We lived in McMinnville.
Okay. 5 years ago? 4 or 5 years ago?
But it was before 2019.
Oh, okay.
2018? Let's say 2018
2018.
probably was my first one.
Yeah.
But I didn't bother to learn how you do it because I was like, it's an X. Like I can do an X. But you know, so they weren't crossing in the right. Some were crossing this way, some were crossing that way. And my floss was trailing all over.
Oh yeah.
Right, because you know you could see it. Well, you know you're not supposed to do that. Like especially like a dark floss behind a white fabric. It was,
right.
but because I didn't bother to investigate how it should be done, and so I did that one. And
did she like it?
oh, she loved it, and it is really cute. But I didn't fall in love with it or anything.
With cross stitching? Okay.
So then YouTube, you know, they know you. They know you, and so they just started throwing. They know what you need, and they were throwing floss tubes at me. And so then I'm watching these floss tubes, and I was like, oh, that looks much cooler than what I've been doing, and I can, you know.
Do you remember who it was early on? It's okay if you don't. 4 years ago is a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to remember who were the first. Who were the first? No, I'm not even good. I'm not.
Okay, that's all right.
I don't know.
That's all right.
But then 2019, I got into it.
There it is. It's back.
Fly.
That fly's back. I saw it coming.
And so 2019, I got into it more, and then 2020, of course, with the shutdown and everything, got into it more. And I really got into it because I was having back problems and felt like I just was stuck sitting a lot more, and I need something to do with my hands because I'm kind of antsy like that. And so it all just coalesced into
For the stitching.
into the stitching.
And then what pushed you into design? Or pulled you into design?
Because I'm always thinking, because I don't know. I'm never not thinking about designing something new. So
she's tried at various times
to quit.
To quit art, and she just never can.
Yeah, I was gonna be all kinds of things.
Artist till you die.
I was gonna be a physical therapist. I went to school for that for a little while.
Yeah, I'm a speech therapist, and she wouldn't hack it as a physical therapist.
No.
But as an artist,
yeah, I do okay.
Yeah, she does okay. Yeah, that was my last question from Patreon. Thank you, Hannah and Natalia and Miss Rhonda.
Okay.
We appreciate you.
All right. May releases. Just wanted to let you know that there are some releases coming out, but I can't show them to you yet. We
Why
will
not?
show them to you. Well, they're being framed.
Oh, okay.
They're being
I
framed.
just was making sure you weren't being mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they're being framed.
Okay.
And so we'll show them to you in a couple weeks. But just wanted to mention that they're coming out.
How many?
But, oh, that's right. There's a reason why I wanted to tell you that. There's going to be 4 coming out in a grouping in May. Do you know when in May?
I am shooting for May 1st, but sometimes we get them earlier from the printer than I expect. There's some crazy, awesome reality TV, and so I'm folding patterns and stuffing patterns like crazy, quicker than I expect. So I'm shooting for May 1st, no later than. But if I'm on my game, it could be earlier.
Earlier than May 1st?
It could be. I got high goals.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
I
gosh.
want y'all to see what she's been doing.
Well,
that's fine.
But there is a pattern out now. There's a pattern out now that you can get now. And it's a collab with Evertotes and Roxy Floss Co. And so if you watch
Miss Caroline.
Caroline with Evertotes, there's she has a couple different channels, actually more than one, but I love to watch her and Carrie. I think they call it Between Two Whips.
I think so.
And that I love watching them. They're great. They're awesome. And
A lot of fun.
They recently talked about this. It's Caroline's birthday. So this is sort of, and she's gonna do a sal. She's gonna do a stitch along starting I think in July with this pattern, which you can buy. It's a box. It's actually a whole gift box thing, and you get the pattern, you get the floss, you get the fabric you can choose, and it doesn't look like they've run out of anything yet. So if you're a 28 count, if you're a 40 count, if you're an Ada, I think you can get it all still. And so you go over to evertotes.ca or evertote.ca to get that. And so I have the model because I had it stitched by Cindy Lou, Miss Cindy Lou. And I was gonna frame it, and I pinned it to frame and everything, but I've been wanting to turn one of my pieces into something more of a functional piece, something I can take with me places, something that's more of like a show off piece. Try and maybe, I don't know, get interest in cross stitch.
Right.
Because I don't feel there's zero interest in cross stitch
amongst the people we know
in my current community.
Yeah.
You just got to show it off. So I finished it into a project bag, which I sewed myself, and I'm not.
And it's wonderful.
I'm not a sewer, but oh gosh. So I'll show you it first, and then I'll tell you more about it. Here it is. This is my giant bag.
So cool.
Now I made it this big, which I'm not sure. I feel like it's 14 by 14, but it might not. Something like that, because I have an 11 by 11 Q-snap that I've been using a ton, and I wanted something that was going to fit that. Here's the back fabric, by the way.
It's like a peacock feather.
I know. I think the back fabric goes with the front.
No, I think it'd wash it out.
And then more moths inside.
Oh, fun.
Yes. Okay. So I would have, if I were like, I'm going to learn from this and make more. This is the mistakes learned section. I would have used. I didn't put any kind of stabilizer. I think they just call it that, stabilizer, right, on the fabric. On this outer fabric, it would have made it more crisp. It's kind of wrinkly. That's not the word. It would be flat and crisp.
Okay.
If there was like a stabilizer, an iron-on stabilizer. There wasn't. I just used a quilting batting, a quilt batting. Quilt
batting. Yeah.
But and then the other thing is that I thought the zipper was super pretty and really fit the whole thing in this light baby blue. It's a vintage zipper. It's a vintage metal zipper.
Which stays together for a long time.
That's not the sound. There's a good sound to a zipper. And everyone's like, oh, and this is like, oh, I gotta start again.
As long as you promise to make that face every time.
As I'm just gonna.
I know. Oh, we can cut that part out.
I might reattach a zipper. Like that's easier to use. Totally worth it. I want to keep this bag and like just the way it is. I like everything about it. Oh, and here, by the way, here's the little close up of the actual
weeds and wildflowers.
Yeah, weeds and wildflowers. I tell you that's what it's called. It's called weeds and wildflowers. I did write down notes, but okay.
No, we've hit most of the notes.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, look at that. Checking things off.
Okay.
Finishes.
Well, that was my fully finish. That's my one and only fully finish. I have 2 finishes. You have 1 finish. You want me to do one and then you do one and then I do one?
Well, sure, but I can't remember what intro we did. So I don't know if they know that I cross stitch.
Oh,
we did a lot of intros.
I can't remember. Did we do it on this one?
I don't know. But as a recap, I've never stitched before. And so...
Well, when did you start this one?
I started this right after Nashville. And I started right after Nashville because I've always been on the paper folding and the purchasing of all the stuff and on the wholesale side and not at all on the stitching side. And so Gigi looked around and she found me because what was so funny about Nashville is everybody's really excited about cross stitch, which I'm talking to cross stitchers. It makes total sense. But I had never been into it. I've done some wood burning, but it was some of it was rewarding, but it's not the same. And so when we went to Nashville,
well, there's no community.
There's no community.
Like not like cross. I mean, there's a community for everything, but not this. No, no.
Like burned fingers and fingernails, stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun seeing people be really excited about all the cross stitch. And so I decided to give it a shot. And so I don't know the right order to show this, but this is.
That's it.
Okay, good. So I did a cross stitch from called Assembly Required from Ink Circles. Tracy
Horner. Right? Does it not say on the front?
Oh,
I think Tracy Horner. Right, guys?
I'm not sure. I hope so. I even think I may have met her, but I don't know. But anyway, we picked this because I didn't have a lot of faith in myself that this would turn out well. So some of her fabric had gotten sun bleached after she had dyed it. Some Ada.
Oh, it wasn't good to begin with. It was my first time trying dyeing. And I think I had put one, I dyed some different colored things, and then I just stacked them to dry, like in front of an open window or a fan or something. And so there's like this streaking.
Yeah.
And then there was like a sun bleach line that happened right down. Anyways.
Yep. So I got the scraps to practice on, and what I discovered. So this is my very first finish of Assembly Required. What did I do? Oh, thanks. So it's my first finish, and I discovered how hard it is to count. There's some miscounts. Things are in different spots. I think this end's higher or this end's lower. I'm not sure where the miscount happened. But I had a lot of fun with it.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it's really cool.
How are you going to finish it? Frame?
I mean, yeah, it's frame.
I guess just go get an because I think it would fit really well in an off the what do you call it? Off the shelf frame. Standard.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I might even hang it in my.
You had a pin.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Then you can pin all the future.
Well, what's really cool, y'all, is that I used to be stressed out all the time because I used to work hundreds of hours a week, which is an exaggeration. But I used to work a lot, and now because of y'all's support, she has retired me from weekends and evening work, which is really, really neat. But I'm a speech language pathologist, and so I work in a skilled nursing home, and so I think that I might put this up in my office. I think it might be really cool to have in my office. It's kind of, I mean, it's not really medical, but it's kind of medical. They're bones. I can talk to people about bones or something. I don't know. Fall safety. Maybe that's it. So anyway, probably finish it in a frame.
Because it could also be a pillow.
Hmm.
But it's harder to hang a pillow. It can be done. You can hang a pillow, but I don't know.
I think a frame will be good. I think a frame will be good.
Okay. All right.
And you?
And me. This is the first one I finished in 2024, and I think I was just working on it last Flosstube. Use this pad of paper, and it is by Modern Folk Embroidery. I think it's called Light a Candle. I don't know. I've misplaced, and it now that I finish it, I don't even really care, but I misplaced the pattern, so I'm not sure what it was called exactly. I think it was called Light a Candle.
Better light a single candle than to curse in darkness. I like that.
But you'll find it. I got it on the Modern Folk Embroidery website, and it's one of his freebies. So
fun.
it's free, and I did it on Seaweed by Fox and Rabbit 40 count. So, yep.
Very cool.
It's Seaweed.
How are you going to finish that?
I'm gonna get a frame that is standard. I think this is also one of those that would be really good on a standard frame.
Forgive my ignorance. What do you mean by standard frame?
There's like 4x6, 5x7, 8x10.
You got you.
Yeah.
Okay. I got
Just your standards. Nothing custom about it. So, okay. Oh, that's funny. You did yours first. So now I'm gonna do 2 in a row.
Oh, that's okay. You're the.
We weren't thinking.
That's all right.
Okay. This one I started and finished since I've last done a Flosstube because I got started on it and I was really enjoying it and I didn't stop until I was done. This is from Liz Matthews, the Dutch Sampler Collection, and I did this one.
Cool.
They're all charted in there. I think all of them.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's one pattern for all those?
No, each one has its own pattern. That's why this is a thick.
Oh,
there's a lot of pages to this book.
Wow.
Yeah, so I did that one, but I changed all the colors. So I had a really fun 40 count linen from Oak Crown Studios. Yep. That's what it says, Oak Crown Studios, in the color Mushroom Stew. And so then I just went and changed all the colors to be fun.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So here's it's half of what I bought, so I got more to work with. But it's a really fun.
Yeah. It's really neat.
Yeah, you can see through it when I hold it that way, but yeah, it's a fun fabric, and it's all DMCs that I just sort of made up. So
what a fun pattern.
Yeah.
And it's spring.
I'm wondering, because okay, maybe if I hold it this way, I feel like it looks, tell me what you think. Does it look brighter in person than it does on the screen?
It does. It looks, to me, it looks, the fabric at least looks pinker.
And the screen looks more brown.
Yeah, but like this one right here, it just pops out of the pattern.
Yeah, that is like a hot magenta pink.
Yeah, it is.
Right there, and I don't feel like the screen is showing it, but we'll see when we upload. We're using his iPad for the first time because I don't own any Apple products. I usually use my phone.
Soon.
I know.
Soon.
Whatever.
It's all good.
It doesn't. Wait a minute. Okay. Did I show all? I did. That's all my finishes.
So then I finished that one. I finished that assembly required from Ink Circles. I don't know if it was pretty quick or not, but I use, it's not Pattern Keeper, but it's something on the iPad to check off my stitches when I'm done. Markup. I use Markup. And Markup is really, that was a fly. Markup is really fun for me. It's like immediate gratification to know how far done I am and whatever. So I also went to Modern Folk Embroidery and I got, I don't know how to say this, Ruskin's Penguins. And I just really like, because it's now 2 colors instead of just mono, so I can do 2 colors. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. And she got me, what's this called? Big old frame?
Well, the frame is called, it's
not a Q-snap.
Nope, but everybody knows what this is.
You all know what this is.
Yeah, I'll just keep thinking about it.
Yeah, you do that. So I think I'm about 20% done. And I've got these cute little penguins going. They're rocking it. And I've got some, what's really fun is my very first stitch. Not my first stitch, I think my fourth stitch. I realized that my first stitch was wrong, which if you look in the very bitty, right down, that was my first stitch. And so I realized it a little late. So Gigi told me how to fix it. So I might, but then just last night, I found out my second stitch was only half, it was a 10th stitch.
10th stitch.
Yeah, only half the stitch. But anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I like how the stars are different in each one. At first I didn't like that, but then I just hadn't, because I was expecting to do the same thing all the way through. So maybe I like stitching borders a lot. That's just this repeating pattern, but I don't know. But I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun.
What are you stitching on?
I'm stitching on 16 count Ada.
Do you remember what kind it is? Because I do.
Please, do tell.
It's Wren. It's the same. It's the other side of this.
Oh, okay.
It's the other side of the one I'm doing for the set.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Landed on my head. I almost had a Three Stooges moment. But I do know that it is the DMCs are B5200 for the white, and a shout out to Jason. The black is 310.
From Lindy Stitches.
Yeah. So I think that's all it's certainly all I'm working on.
Oh, I'm working on a lot of things. You ready?
Yeah, whips.
Okay. Yep, my whips. I got a lot. I'm gonna bring them to the front.
Dude.
I got a lot of things. Okay. So I
I have a giant forehead for a fly to land on for it to be really obvious. So
did it just land on your
yeah,
forehead?
it'll be a fun do a bingo.
Oh
Watchers bingo.
Okay. First thing I'm going to show you. This is not in any order. This is just in the order in which I've stacked it. But so first thing is I started Anna Marie's Pocket because I purchased I think 5 different kinds of needle rolls just recently because I want to. I really want to design. I have a couple of ideas for needle rolls and I want to design them, but I'd like to stitch some first. But other people have designed to get a little bit of the hang of it. Here is where I am with it.
Wow.
And I have, again, I've picked all my own colors.
Cool.
And
oh, you've made some progress.
I am wondering, did I write down? Not sure. I'm pretty sure I wrote down what kind of, what the name of this fabric is, but I don't know where. And I'll find it later and let you know if I find it. But it's a 32 count, and I'm using one strand on 32, which is I don't usually do. I'm a big coverage person, but I wanted to kind of just try it, and I also thought it would just look kind of vintagey.
It looks pretty clean to me.
Right? Yeah, well, that's the thing. The one strand on 32 count, you can make a really nice looking S. Like you can really. It looks clean.
I'm only in my second pattern, so I don't know what it.
And you've
I don't
never
know the difference
stitched
between a clean X and
a clean X.
a dirty X. I don't know. Yeah.
So, but the what was I gonna say though?
You can.
I don't know.
With one strand.
Oh, you've never stitched with one strand though. You've been 2 strands so far. Because your first one was on a 14 count Ada. Your second one's on a 16 count Ada. Moving his way up. And you're looking at some even weaves.
Am
next. I was showing you some even weaves.
Sweet. I'm looking at some even weaves.
You were interested. Okay. So there's Anna Marie's Pocket. I'm going to need that. And I'll move this. And another one that I'm working on. This is another pocket. And this is actually from my Stitchers group. My Stitchers, not group, guild. That I just joined recently for fun. Tudor Rose out of Dallas.
I thought they were who's in
No, there's another one in Houston.
Okay.
This one's out of Dallas. And so they do Zoom meetings, everything's Zoom. And so it works well for me because I'm not going to drive into Dallas. Drive into Houston. I'm not going to drive into any of those
She'll barely ride into Houston or Dallas.
But so it's exclusive to the guild. It's called Marianne Bickerton's Tudor Rose Pocket.
Very cool.
And I'll have to take a look at it and see who is the designer. Original design by Collector with a Needle, Don Cook, Roningen.
Roningen. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Maybe Roningen. And so I don't know if this will ever be available or anything later, but this is just what we're working on, because there's going to be a Zoom lecture talk on the sort of historicity of pockets.
Historicness
of pockets. And so,
the history of pockets.
I'm pretty sure it's a historicity.
Making new words up as we go along.
Aristocracy. Here it is.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it looks vintagey.
Well, this one is, so it's on a 40 count mystery linen. I don't have a name for it. It's just a 40 count, nice, neutral. And I did pull stash colors. They're a little different
Then what it's called for. Okay.
than what's called for. But okay, I like it. I'm really looking forward to putting it together, though. I'm probably not going to use it as a pocket, though.
Yeah.
Like on my waist.
You like fun stuff. Peace and Grace were both like, you blended them together, 3 different things, pieces of fabric that you put together.
You know, and it's honestly what it is I'm thrifty. And those are,
I like that.
Those were really small, tiny pieces of really expensive, good fabric. And yeah, you can do ornaments and you can do pillows. I'm not a big ornament pillow person, though. I like a bigger piece. So, so sew them together.
Yeah.
This is, where's the cover to it, though? I brought it over, didn't I? This is by Mama Loves You GB, and I think it's called Marianne Kettle, but I call it Be Not a Dunce, and I think most people call it Be Not a Dunce. I don't think this is the actual, this has been around my Flosstube a few times. You've watched my Flosstube, you know. Every time I say, I don't know where the cover is, because I think I didn't print it, but this shows you what it is. That's the reproduction. That's the original.
Wow, that's cool.
And so I've been stitching it on 28 count wheat Lugana using thread gatherer silk in the color Mississippi Mud. I've got it on a Q-snap because I've just started using a Q-snap. I've always been stitching hand, and I've been experimenting with other ways of not stitching in hand because I need to have better posture. And this
helps you lean back
because I set it on my chest and it's up.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So I'm practicing with different things because otherwise, if I'm in hand, I'm like a curl up.
Yeah.
Anyhow, here's the stitching. And I posted it online. Yeah, I posted online, and I was like, I'm closing in on a finish, and then I just got distracted with other things, and I never did finish it. But I'm really close, and so it's not coming out of the Q-snap. I'm gonna finish it. Yeah. You're
dedicated.
Well, and it's my only one. I have an 11 by 11 Q-snap and an 8 by 8 Q-snap. An 8 by 8 is not my favorite because I can't like lean it on my chest.
Right.
You know, I have to hold it or whatever. This is the thread, by the way. This is the Silken Colors.
It's really variegated.
Yeah, look at those pretty colors.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And it's Mississippi Mud. So, one of my favorites. Okay, moving on to another one.
Oh my goodness.
I have a bucket. Did you not see my
I
bucket?
didn't see the bucket.
You didn't see my bucket?
It's not on my side of the table.
It's because it's my bucket.
Yeah.
Full of my stuff I'm working on. Been working on this. That's pretty. There we go.
Yeah.
This is Throw Wide the Windows by Shakespeare's Peddler. And I got really far, and I thought I was going to finish it, but then I ran out of 9 something, whatever this that I'm using for the house. And I ordered it, but then when it came in,
You were busy.
I moved on.
Yeah,
I moved on to something
indents.
else. So that's not.
That's really
that
cool
show?
coverage. Yeah.
So I changed the colors. So what I did was I pulled out a darker color for the top because the picture looked darker.
Mhm.
Okay, here's the deal. See, the color of the house
Yep.
is the same as the called for color of the border. Does that make
Oh.
sense? So
Like the rose?
this color of the house was
Yeah.
supposed to be this dark color.
Oh.
But I wanted it to be darker because I liked it in
Yeah.
the photo. I like that.
Yeah.
So I found myself this one here, this like purple color, 154.
The purple right here?
Yep. That's DMC 154.
Yeah.
So then I just kind of rearranged the colors to just look maybe a little bit more like
Yeah. No,
like how the photo did.
it adds some drama.
Yeah.
I don't know, it makes it stands out
So
for sure.
It's getting really close to done. It's on, looks like earthen. Is it?
I learned 310 and 5200. My brain is full.
Oh no, it's ale. It's on ale. 36 count. Picture this plus ale.
Okay.
2/2.
Ale. Like beer?
Ale. Like,
Oh.
Not like, did you think I just said it with an accent?
Is
Feeling ale.
Is that ill?
Yeah.
Okay. We're in the South. And we weren't raised here, so.
No, and we stand out, don't we?
We do. My y'all's pretty good,
Yeah.
but
It's because
there's some other.
you just own it.
Because I try for sure.
You could get a better accent if you stuck around a little longer.
I could. I'm fixing to,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
We like it here. We're not making fun of people.
No. No.
We like everyone here. This is from Lila's Studio, and it looks like I printed the cover in black and white. But I did.
Is it a band?
I did. Yeah, it's a band
Wow.
sampler. I did again change the colors, so you won't. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, if it's black and white, you won't be able to.
Sorry, I was trying to find. Where's the name of it? Is it AS Sampler 2?
Looks
It's
like it.
AS Sampler 2 by Lila's Studio. And so I picked out a plethora of silks.
Ooh.
There's more of that
From the
Mississippi mud.
yeah.
And so I've got all these silks. we got that Mississippi mud that I was using in Banana Dunce. I've got some
Are you doing
dinky
1/2?
dye.
1/2? What are you doing?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what. I haven't talked about what it's on yet. What is it on? 40 count sandstone. 40 count sandstone.
Oh, I interrupted your flow.
You really did. It's okay though. Here's where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, really like it. I love that yellow.
Yeah.
It's kind of a yellow green. That's super
Silk.
fun. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. So anyways, it's that's this stuff. That's this dinky dyes in the color Aussie Dawn. And this is a needlepoint silk moonlight pastel range. That's a really
It's a
long name.
Strange name for it.
Yeah. Moonlight pastel range.
Moonlight pastel range.
Here's another dinky dye, and it's Kununura.
Ooh.
Kununura. And this is a combination of 8 Vicky Clayton silks. And these are colors that are found in the conversion that Vicky Clayton did for Dark Golden Delicious.
Oh, okay, cool.
She sent me the whole palette, which I love. I also already have it stitched, and so I was like, well, I really want to use these. I'm going to stitch again. So I've been using them in all these different projects,
Cool.
and they're beautiful to work with. They're
Yeah.
so nice. These colors are so bright. Like this green right here, that's what this green is
The
on
border?
that border.
Cool.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
How close can I get and have it still be in focus?
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
still in
working?
focus, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Neat.
So I haven't worked on this in quite a bit. This was like a January thing. 'Cause
January start?
I started it in the new year. Yeah, I think so. I don't remember when was my last floss tube? Was it not in 2024? Was it 2023?
Oh.
I think it was.
I don't know.
So I've had a lot of time to work on things.
I just know sometimes I have to leave the house, go to a movie.
Yeah, you just gotta go.
For me.
Because back when I was doing them by myself, but now I've wrangled you in.
Well, at least for this one.
Less movies for you. So this one, okay, this is another Hello from Liz Matthews, AL motif sampler. And again, I changed the colors. The thing is, I have such a huge stock of colors.
Yeah.
That
I've seen the wall.
It kills me to go buy more. I'm like, I can just pull these.
Yeah.
I don't think I did such a great job. I'm not loving this because of the color palette. I actually would prefer it to be a bit more like shaded or what's the word, like antiqued in its coloring, more muted.
Okay.
So I'm thinking if I might go ahead and finish it and then dunk it, like tea dye it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Oh, that'll antiquify it.
Yeah. And I want the whole thing to be a little bit more muted, so it doesn't, I think that just a solid dunk would be good.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
So
because that's pretty bold.
Can you see? And again, the screen to me doesn't show how bright it is.
Yeah, I mean certainly because on the screen it looks a little bit more white. It's got more of a yellow. The fabric at least has more of a yellowish.
I love this fabric. I think it's it's cream. 32 count cream. I'm doing 2/2 on 32 count cream. Okay. Kind of looks a lot like Weeks parchment, which is one of my very favorite. Okay. And it's got kind of a yellowish to it, but
yeah, but it's bold.
So I've changed out the letters because it's called the AL sampler because it's AL over and over and over again. Like somebody just put their own. Can you see them all? Put their own. Initials over
I see two.
Okay, hang on. So it's right there. There's big AL.
Yeah.
Right, and then there's, hang on. Oh, then there's AL.
Oh.
But then there's AL, and then there's another one up here.
That makes sense.
Maybe that's it. At any rate, I was like, I don't know any ALs, so I was gonna put in the initials of us. So mine, yours, and our son's.
Al Lieberman. He was Joe Lieberman. AL. I'm trying to think of ALs. But I don't want to derail the train.
No. All right.
Or the parade. Sorry.
This is you can derail a train. I don't know. Can you derail a parade?
A whip parade?
Oh, this is not a. It's not a
legit whip parade?
Whip parade.
Oh man. I have one. But I think that makes me monogamous. I'm not sure if I'm a monogamous stitcher or not yet. Yeah. Because I have my eyeballs on some stuff.
That's how it starts.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this one has very little. Is this my last? Yeah. This is my last cross stitch to show. Doesn't have much, but I did put one night in. Oh, I'll need that. Yep. Put half a pattern away. Okay, this one I worked on one night. Oof. Yeah. GGR, the Red Deer sampler. I've been working on this since this was a New Year's Day start in 2023.
Goodness, it's beautiful.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, I work on it and then I don't necessarily want to keep working on it. Oh, this is parchment. That's much darker, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is 40 count parchment, and
oh, look at that deer though.
I know, huh? And I did a conversion. It called for a bunch of overdyes, and I just went through and found DMCs that looked really, really similar to the overdyes. And I do want to get it finished, so I feel like, because I think it would look really good. I feel like I will need to do some sort of like 2 strands a day.
What does that mean?
So you load your needle with you know, a strand, and then you stitch it till it's gone, and then another strand, and then you stitch it till it's gone. Although that's really hard with something that has a lot of color changes.
Yeah. Is the goal to
have
to
steady work.
Have steady work.
Have steady progress on something. Mm-hmm. You know, because I'm just not working on it very much, and I want to have it done. I want to have it done. I think I really, really like to have it done by the end of the summer.
Okay. How far along are you?
Not half.
Not half. Okay.
Something less than half.
Yeah.
But I also want to have Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut done by the end of this summer too.
Did you show that one?
No, because I didn't work on it.
Oh, okay.
You know.
It's hard to get stuff done when you don't work on it. Sorry.
But if I like pull it out, maybe it's a focus piece. Like maybe this is a focus all of June, and then all of July is.
So.
I think it's gonna need more. Yeah, I think it's gonna need more than I don't know. But you know.
Well, summer here lasts until October 31st.
Well, summer started February. Summer is always.
Yeah.
It's a forever summer.
It's kind of like we forget about the humidity in the winter, and when it comes back in April and stays until November, we remember it because we're always in the humidity. But everybody else is too. So.
Yep, we're all wet.
Yeah, it's just a normal part of life.
Everyone's damp. Yeah. Oh, I have one other thing to show though.
Oh.
And it's my knitting.
Oh.
And I did
you
get
were knitting.
Yeah. Well, I did. I got I got some progress on the piece that I showed, which I never mentioned. I never mentioned the name of the pattern last time I showed it. And
we like to do things piecemeal.
And do I have it written down? No. This is.
Stay tuned next time.
This is the pattern. It's oh wait.
Oh.
Alexis's lace prayer shawl.
Ah.
And now I know I got this free somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where, but it's Alix.
Alex's
lace.
Alex's
Well,
lace.
I can show it to you. I just want to show you the pattern. So hang on.
Nice.
Yeah.
There
That's what it's called. Anyways, I didn't tell you that last time, so I thought, look at this is how I keep my pattern. And so I kept working on it, and I got a little bit more, but then I've stopped since it got hot, which again, February, and so I haven't worked on it. But which side's the front? Oh, that's the back. Okay, but that
really cool.
Yeah.
It'll
need to be locked.
An earth tone lady. Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. This is the floss I've been using. Or floss.
Oh.
This is the thread.
Thread.
What is this?
I know. It is a cardinal sin to say string.
String. You don't call it.
I don't call it string.
No.
I never have. It's okay to call it thread? Oh, not as much.
Thread? No. That's okay. No, that's okay.
Okay.
I was thinking about it, but it's fine.
Okay.
You can say that.
I'm going to stick with floss. I'm going to call this
This
floss.
is yarn. No, This is yarn. Sorry, there. This is what it is. And it's in the color leopard. It's a DK.
Oh, cool.
So, anyways.
Very neat.
That's everything. Oh, no, I've got more to talk about, though.
Oh, my.
That's everything I've been working on. But I did want to share that, so working with Everto and Floss, Roxy Floss Co. So I sent in, I designed the piece using DMCs that I had on hand because I don't have, I just don't have the catalog of Roxy Floss Co. at my fingertips to design with, and I like to see the colors. And so I designed them with DMCs and then sent them in, and Hannah at Everto's made a conversion and into Roxy flosses, and then sent me that to OK, and then the model was stitched all with the Roxy Floss Co. colors. But so she sent me the colors. I'll show you.
Ooh.
Hang on. Just these. These are the colors of the weeds and wildflowers.
Yeah.
Right?
So pretty.
But then she's like, well, I'm going to send a few more along in case you don't like the ones that we've picked. You can switch them out. So I got like
That's
this
a
is
lot
not
of floss.
it's not the whole and I separated it. Well, this one's just weeds and wildflowers.
Okay.
Then I separated the rest by color so that I could make some sense of it. So we got these gorgeous
so
greens and blues and purples.
Oh.
And
Pinks.
pinky peaches, neutrals, browns,
What's your earth tones?
grays, and creams.
Some creams. Wow.
And that doesn't look like that belongs in there.
Uh-oh.
No, it's bothersome. And then
This you're organized at.
that's weird. Oh, I must have put them. Oh, that's why.
Oh,
These were
took some out.
oranges. It's like, I don't think that these are oranges. These were oranges, and I pulled a bunch of them out because I'm working on designing something with them. So she also sent along some fabrics. This is Pub Crawl,
That's super rich.
and this is called Pub Crawl because it was designed to. It was designed. What do you call it? It was dyed. It was created. It was created to be used for PUB, a peacock, a unicorn, and a badger. And it's this huge, beautiful, full coverage tapestry style cross stitch pattern by the Scarlet Letter. I'm pretty sure
Wow.
Scarlet Letter.
Okay.
And but the background of this full coverage is all this dark green, and so she designed it so that you didn't have to stitch the background if you didn't want to. That it would give you the right color, right?
Perfect.
And it's a gorgeous color.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen a fabric this color really before.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And so she sent me this beautiful, what's it called? Coco Loco.
Coco Loco.
Coco Loco, and it's
Like a coconut?
probably like cocoa, like
Chocolate.
chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Sorry.
Yeah.
That makes much more sense than what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Loco. Whatever.
Okay.
Onward.
And then the other one is Dirty Porcelain. She sent me some Dirty Porcelain.
Mm-hmm.
Just a nice sort of marshmallowy color, I think. And so these are the colors that I pulled out that I would like to make something with.
Do you know what you're making with that yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm. I've just been staring at them. They've been sitting on my desk
Trying to
all
speak
together.
to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And so, don't know yet, but that's...
Well, you could design a unicorn. I only say that because that's the first thing that popped in my head.
I like unicorns. I would like to design a unicorn sometime.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right, on a rainbow. That's pretty simplistic. Not simplistic. That's pretty. It's not your style. It'd have to be like underground or something. I don't know. I don't get what comes out of her brain. It's beautiful. We might cut that part out. Cut.
Yeah. Well, so that's everything I have to share. Oh, did you want to talk about do you have any plans?
Plans. I do have plans.
Tell us.
Plans. For stitching or stitching or
Yes.
life plans.
Sure.
Laundry tomorrow.
No.
The gym today. So I am I think I'm monogamous, but I'm gonna try non-monogamy. But I have
Your wife is right here.
yikes. You've encouraged me. So
Try a big one.
Try a big one. So I really like modern folk art. I really like modern folk art.
Yeah.
I
Modern
think
folk art embroidery.
embroidery, modern folk art embroidery.
Yeah.
He does some really, I mean, like his yearly sales are amazing. And so I was thinking about doing something like um, Reaching Skyward, I think is what it's.
I don't remember what it's called.
I spent some time kind of making sure I had all the names and then promptly lost everything. So I think it's called Reaching Skyward, but it was his sal last year. And I like it because it's keeping your feet on the ground and reaching skyward, digging roots and reaching skyward, which is just a really cool thought. And but it's huge. But I don't have to put any thought or energy into picking my fabrics or my floss because she does it for me. So she makes sure I have all the right pieces and everything. So there was Reaching Skyward, but I also really like Long Dog Samplers. She's got a couple. She. I'm not sure who does that.
I don't know who does long. I don't know.
He or she has they have wonderful descriptions about the patterns. Really cool. So Acts of God is one. It's way too big for a novice. And yet I'm just really excited by it. And then there was another one that I can't quite remember, but maybe
Long Dog Samplers.
Yeah.
Were you into Pandemic?
I can't remember.
Pandemic was going to be too big for
my fabric. I've got 3 pieces of fabric that I'm working with that I've been allotted. So
far.
Well, yeah, until I can prove myself as a dedicated stitcher.
One of them's a half.
A fat quarter.
I know it's a half yard.
It's a half yard.
Yeah, if it can't fit on a half yard.
when you've got a dealer, you don't worry about the prices. So, and then also another ink circles. She has a lot of on her. She has a lot of kind of geometric designs that I really like, and so I realized I was drinking my coffee cup and I was realizing I like designs like this, So, so those are my plans that I remember.
When are you going to start your whatever you choose?
I have to decide. I think I will start it.
You want to start it at the beginning of the summer?
I'm thinking about starting it in May 1st. Once I've gotten all of those lovely patterns folded and stuffed in envelopes and then sent off to the LNSs. And once that hard work is done, then I'll have more time in the evenings. Because while she retired me from my weekend and evening speech PRN work, I do work often from home to get all those patterns folded and ready for y'all. But it comes in waves. So if I'm not shuttling the child around to
Filipino boxing,
it's
guitar lessons,
Takanon boxing and guitar lessons, and then good old-fashioned weightlifting.
Yeah.
So he can, I don't know, impress the ladies or something. He's 15. No, I'm not giving away too much information about him though, so he's fine. So yeah, on the nights that I don't have to play taxi, then I can stitch, and then I've got weekends when I'm done fixing the fence. I can stitch. So, but I think I want to try the Q snaps too. At 11-inch, I think we need to buy them.
So the Q snaps have been really cool because they don't. I mean, everything kind of wrinkles your work at some point, unless you have, I guess, scroll bars don't. But the Q snaps are they'll just kind of wrinkle the edges, but it's really easy to iron out. The Nerge. Or I also have a Nerge.
Ooh, that was the back. Sorry, guys.
Or I also Morgan hoop. Morgan hoop, I think that's what it's called. It's another one. It's similar like that. It's good, great grip, but it crimps your fabric in a way that, like, when you pull it off, it's so hard to get those marks out. But the Q snap doesn't do that. So
Well, and I think
kinda nice.
if I'm doing a big, giant 5-year project, there's going to be a lot of fabric to it. So I think the Q-snaps with you put something around the edges.
Grime guard.
Yeah,
Or
grime
the
guard.
magnets.
Yeah, the magnets I'm struggling with a little bit.
Well, I think I bought bad magnets.
Oh.
I put them on my project and I gave up promptly because they just
Kinda
would
fall
kind
off.
of, you know, I mean, my needle minder is like 10 times stronger
Oh, yeah.
than these magnets.
Oh, and she bought me, you guys should see this. She bought me the cutest little needle minder. Little heart. And then the other one keeps my scissors. I don't know which one. What is that one? I can't remember. Is it a flag?
I think it's a flag.
A flag. American
Sort of
flag.
an Americana thing. Yep.
Manly. Nice and manly.
Yep.
So,
yep.
How about you? You got plans? Stitching plans?
I just want to finish some of the stuff that I've started because I want to start some big ones later in the year. And so just want to be responsible. I'm going to finish some of them that I started. Some of them. Not all of them.
Sure.
But I'm pretty close on, like, a bunch that I just showed today, I'm pretty close on. And then if I could get, I think my two biggest ones that are in the process right now is the one I showed, the red deer sampler.
Yep.
And then
2 strands.
the Teresa Kogut Land That I Love are my two biggest projects currently. I want to start a couple that are bigger than those. And so...
Are you ready to talk about those yet?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. I want to be able to change my mind until the last minute.
Oh, boy. You call me out.
Yeah. Well...
I'm going to do my initials.
You gonna do your initials?
That's my big plan.
Your
I'm
big
just gonna
plan? You're gonna...
stitch my initials.
Yeah.
That way, when I show up with a completed long dog sampler, y'all will be impressed.
I think we're done.
Okay.
Okay. So another thing in plans is I'm trying to put together a book for the first time. It'll be my first cross stitch book. Well, my first book. And so it's going to be Christmas, winter book. And so that will hopefully be coming out around, before Thanksgiving or at least by Thanksgiving. And I'm just talking about it now because I have to start thinking about it now because I don't know the first thing about putting a book together. So I need to figure out a thing or two about a thing or two.
Yeah.
So, so that's all my plans. It's everything.
Good. Well, fun.
Yeah.
Well, I had fun.
Me too.
Did you have fun?
Okay, let's go.
We're done?
Bye.
Okay. Bye.